So hello, I'm Martin Sutherland. I'm the Chief Executive of the Coventry City of Culture Trust. Oh, it's been brilliant to be out and about, actually in the very early days of seeing city hosts with uniforms, and I've made an effort to make sure that where I've spotted city hosts out, I've gone on to introduce myself, whether that be the Belgrade Theatre or walking through Broadgate, and indeed, of course, on the opening event for Coventry Moves. Brilliant to meet some of our city hosts as they were stewarding the cyclists out of the Butts Arena right through to being involved in the final moments in Broadgate as well. So yeah, I've been super impressed, really excited to see such a great range of individuals who've stepped forward to volunteer for us. It has to be the passion for the city, for the place, the stories I hear, the tales I'm told by our city hosts about their love for the city, but also their great pride in the city, and I guess indeed the pride for winning City of Culture. There's no place I've been so far where I haven't seen a city host who has wanted to show off their favourite bit of the city or to tell the story, but also to ensure that they continue to tell the story of a city that is welcoming, a city that seeks to celebrate its diversity, celebrate its young people, and I think that passion and loyalty to the city is something that will shine throughout our City Host programme. Yeah, so increasingly we're able to release more and more of the events, so it's becoming less and less of a secret actually in terms of our programme. Of course, in recent weeks we've announced details of the programme for the Assembly Festival Gardens. It's going to be extraordinary. The Spiegel tent, which is this great big chandeliered wooden tent structure, it's really underselling it, by the way. It's an amazing structure. Starting to reveal the programme in there, whether that be the circus acts from Columbia or the Choir of Men, indeed to some very famous comedians. So that's looking really strong, that programme. I'm really excited by The Walk, which is with Good Chance Theatre, which will see this giant puppet crossing Europe and finishing her journey. Amal will arrive in Coventry later this autumn. The Royal Shakespeare Company's Faith is going to be extraordinary all across the city. Of course, the Turner Prize will be welcoming hundreds of thousands of visitors from all across the UK to experience probably the world's most famous art prize will be in the city. Then also really taking it much more kind of grassroots to every community in the city. I think that's really where the city hosts will add great value, showing off their city, celebrating communities, making amazing art throughout our year. So I guess I'm excited by some of the big scale work, but I'm also really intrigued to see what communities are going to be making and how the city hosts will add value to those events throughout the year. So of course, in the last couple of days, we've been able to announce the first bit of the lineup for Terry Hall's Home Sessions. Terry Hall, the lead singer of the Specials, has been invited to pull together a 4-day music festival, which will happen in 3 venues across the city. So I'm really excited to see live music back in the city, a celebration of one of Coventry's great musicians, and him basically opening up his playlist and his little black book of addresses and contacts and welcoming some world-class artists to the city. So Terry Hall's Home Sessions is something I'm really looking forward to. And then perhaps more kind of locally and smaller scale is also the Owsley Silas, which is a new musical created by Coventrians, which will happen over the summer. And I guess the final thing I'm interested in is the Rough Tough Cream Puff Estate, which is a new musical which will be staged as a co-production with the Belgrade Theatre, with an amazing theatre company called Cardboard Citizens, working with some of our most vulnerable citizens, but actually showcasing their amazing talents, great stories, and something really important to say. So yeah, the Rough Tough Cream Puff Estate is probably my other highlight for this autumn period. It's one of our main considerations, absolutely determined that there should be no barrier for anybody who wishes to engage with City of Culture in any form, whether that be as a volunteer, as an artist, as a city host, as an audience member. So we're putting in lots of provision, not just in terms of physical access, so we're thinking about and are putting in place captioning, interpretation, sign language, alternative language, thinking about the needs of our neurodivergent audiences and artists and city hosts. So there should be absolutely no barriers in place. If city hosts, of course, are experiencing barriers, we absolutely urge you to speak to your team leaders or indeed talk to the City of Culture team, because we're determined that this is the most accessible mega arts event ever to happen in the UK. And I'm really proud of what we already achieved through Coventry Moves. That was an extraordinary demonstration of our ambition in this area. And so we want to keep that kind of benchmark high and really encourage your feedback on what we're doing so we can continue to improve. It's really critical and it's a really important question. City of Culture for me is 1 year of showcase, explosion, enthusiasm, but it is not worth anything if it does not sustain and it doesn't continue to improve the city. City of Culture designation, the title was won as part of a multi-year strategy to ensure that actually improvements are made into the city. And so this is an amazing spotlight year. It's an amazing opportunity to bring in lots of new money, lots of new attention, but it is not worth anything if we cannot sustain it beyond 2021. So how we sustain it is, yes, by the changes in the public realm, the new infrastructure, the capital projects, the improvements to the cultural facilities. We also sustain it though by ensuring that we've invested in local artists, in community groups, third sector organisations, so that they have continued to grow and develop, make new contacts during the year so they can build their businesses. We've also got a really comprehensive skills programme, whether that be from our apprenticeship programme, indeed our city hosting programme, our leadership programme. These are the ways that we are encouraging people to learn new things, be more employable, develop leadership within their communities. And of course, we've got this spotlight, we've got this amazing media opportunity to change perceptions of the city, to make this a premier city destination long after City of Culture year. So there are a number of things that we're doing in order to kind of build legacy, but also we're going through a process right now to understand exactly what our company should be doing beyond May 2022. So working with ENV and others in the city to imagine what services we might provide in the future. We've also very recently recruited new trustees to our board, and those trustees are absolutely determined that we will sustain this beyond 2021. It's really hard though to make legacy happen. Our predecessors in Hull and Londonderry have struggled, so we've started early, and so we don't underestimate the challenge, but we're absolutely determined that this is long-term benefit to the city. So I guess how you become a part of the legacy is to be amazing during this year, which you will be. I'm so excited by what I've seen already from City Hosts. Be amazing means people want to come back to the city. Be amazing, which means you connect to community groups who feel that maybe this is not for them. Communicate, advocate, be an ambassador for the city will continue to change perceptions, but also get involved in other programs. If you have artistic aspirations, get involved with the program. If there are people within your families and networks who might think this is maybe not for them, absolutely get them involved. We can build a movement. We talk about this is the city where movement began. The City of Culture is a way that we can start that. So yeah, get involved, continue to be a champion for the city. Keep us accountable. If we're not doing what we said we would do, absolutely challenge us. Make sure we know that we should be doing better when we can do better. But hopefully you'll feel that it's worth sticking with, it's worth contributing towards, and you'll be proud of what you achieve and what we achieve from May 22 onwards. So finally, just an opportunity to really express my sincerest thanks for stepping forward, for getting into your great new uniforms. I hope you're really proud of them. I really think you look fantastic. I'm really proud that the brand is out and about. And so thank you for stepping forward. I know that we all have really busy and really challenging lives now for lots of people. So I'm really encouraged by the start you've made and very much look forward to continuing to collaborate with you throughout this extraordinary year.